Well, good morning and how are we all doing? I'm Cassandra B and this is your energy report of the day. Today is Wednesday, April 29th. We are on a Mercury day. This is a voice day. This is Speak Your Truth day before it goes retrograde again. Anyway, let's just make sure that we've gone live here. All right, let's get on with it today. So today we entered that Libra moon energy. There's a bit of a dance between tension and expansion. So there are hidden layers emerging right now within our bodies. So today carries a strange mix of connection and contradiction. So you may feel drawn to people and also easily irritated by them, craving comfort and craving change, wanting peace and then stirring the pot for tension, that kind of shift. This is not confusion for no reason. It's the mind trying to balance multiple truths at once, because that's the shift we're kind of going through right now, is how to balance all of the crazy in our own mind. The core energies at play right now is the moon is opposing Mars, which is that friction and connection. So this is where tension lives. Libra moon really wants harmony, cooperation, balance. But Mars wants action, independence, and directness. So we've got this push-pull kind of energy today. So today, together, this can feel like irritability in relationships, conflict arising quickly, impatience with others, emotional reaction that escalates really fast. I can say that I have been sitting in this energy the last few days. I have had a bit of a uncomfortableness and irritation and anger and irritability, a frustration inside of my own system. I don't know what's going on. I felt a little burnt out and a little bit off. Just things are not quite the way I would like them to be right now. Even my hair is not good today. We don't know what's going on. So there's just all of these little things are just a bit of an irritant. So are you feeling a little irritated today? Are you feeling a little grr? Are you feeling like yesterday was a grr and today you're kind of like, all right, whatever. That's me. Yesterday, super grr. The last couple of days been at that, just there's been something that's just been moving that has not been feeling at its best. So together, these energies can really feel like there's an imbalance. So wanting connection, but reacting in ways that disrupt it, that make it so that people don't want to be in space. All of that kind of, the key here is to, isn't to suppress the tension, it's to redirect it. So we need to use that energy and stuff. So yesterday I was sitting in frustration and anger and all of that stuff. And I went, maybe I should release my rage and actually put out the workshop that's meant for this. So maybe I had to go into my anger so that I could finish writing that workshop and put it out for the rest of you so that we can come together in what that looks like. So I got the hit yesterday to release the rage out there. It's a workshop I've been working on for a while. I literally finished it up this past week or so to really finalize those little bits. So this is and that's why there's a beautiful introductory offer for this class, $88 to kind of come play. Anyway, not even the point. The point is there is an energy right now. So whether wherever you are sitting in that right now, this frustrational, not sure where to go, this isn't right, but I'm not sure if this is right. We just need to start channeling that unsureness, that anger, the frustrational energy into something, anything really, anything that makes it productive. So move towards a shared goal, move towards something you've been doing. Step back before reacting impulsively and just kind of go, okay, what can I do with this energy in a better way for myself today? That's really the simplest, easiest thing to ask ourselves. So just take a little step back and go, all right, how can I channel my energy into something that's more productive, that's something that's more empowering, that's something that's better for me? So just do that thing today, whatever it is. We have the moon squaring Jupiter. This is about big feelings and big reactions. So this amplifies everything. It can bring emotional highs and lows, exaggeration, making situations feel bigger than they actually are. So if that's the way you're feeling right now, I know that I have kind of played in a little bit of that energy lately of things are just, they're not as bad as you think they are, but somehow you feel like they all are, and what's going on. So there's a tendency today to turn small issues into big ones, to seek meaning by intensifying the situation, overextending emotionally or mentally, and then expecting everything to be calm and cool and collected. It's really lean into yourself, find out what's truth for you. Not everything needs to be made important to be meaningful. Stay grounded on what actually really matters to you, to what is actually real, to what is tangible, to what you can actually deal with. Don't worry about the things you can't. Just deal with the things you can. There's a deep undercurrent. What's not obvious yet, there's like this really big energy. There's something subtle that's happening beneath the surface today, and it's deep. So it's helping you shift in your direction. It can be seen, it can come up as unseen developments. There's a truer, deeper truth forming beneath the surface, but they're not completely visible. And we're going, I just don't, and that's the energy that is supported right now. This is a part of the larger build towards the upcoming Scorpio moon this weekend. So with that energy coming in, there's a power to move, to figure out, to use this energy in doing something. So what's forming right now may not be fully understood until later. And I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be fully understood until later. Don't even think it might not. It won't. Like, let's just let that go. Because that's the reality of what we're shifting through right now. It is a lot of unknown. It is a lot of uncertainty. It is a lot of shifting, because where we've been to where we are to where we're going is the shift that is happening. And this is happening universally, planetarily, for everyone. Small and large, things are shifting. So every person is going through their own internal recalibration, let's say. Some, it's really big because you haven't been on your pathway. For others, it's small. And for others, it's popping up in big and little moments, so that you make sure that the shift that you're going through, the place you are walking, the space you are going to, actually supports and is great for you. So things are going to bubble up to let you know that whatever doesn't feel right inside you, whatever isn't right around you, is going to shift, because that's what's coming up for you to look at. So as things come up and bubble up, look at what that looks like for you today. Look at what that has been building over the last few months, maybe over the last couple of years for some of you. That is because we are in a new shift. And maybe this is brand new energy for you, because this is the first shift you're going through. Whatever it is, it's perfectly okay. Trust the process. I know this all sounds like, a whole lot of chatter, but trust me, we are going to be better next year at this time. But this is a part of the big shift we're going through. It's a part of the big shift of getting out of the patterns and things that have been told to you is truth, and finding your actual internal truth, that in deepness inside of yourself, that no longer listening and paying attention to what everybody else thinks is right for you, and starting to really listen to what is right for you. That is the changeover of what we're doing. We're coming into a new being in ourselves, which is actually a remembering of who we actually are. We're always meant to be when we came to this planet, to do all the things we're doing in that human skin that you've got. So what is forming now may not be fully understood until later, but it will help us to push past what it is we're dealing with right now. So you won't miss the deeper meaning in the long run. You just might miss it right now. And that's okay. We don't need to know everything in the moment. We just need to trust that what is coming forward for us, what's bubbling up for us, what is being shown to us, is so that we can maneuver, heal, change, pivot, grow, whatever it is for you. And maybe it's all of those things, probably on some level or another. But this is the point. And then today is Mercury, and that's about our voice and communication and creativity. Wednesday brings in that beautiful influence of communicating, idea sharing, creativity, expression. I've already actually had a conversation with a lovely woman this morning, and we were already sharing little tidbits and ideas and those kind of things, and just going into that moment of, you know, what is possible? What if you got out of your own way? What are you doing? Where are you going? Good morning, Catherine. What is it you're wanting for yourself? These are all showing up, but it's showing up in conversation. It's sharing back and forth between another human being, because that's where things are going to bubble up for you. That's where stuff is going to show. My girlfriend actually went, you know what? I went and saw this building, and I went, oh, that's so funny. I've already seen it. To go, isn't this just an interesting thing? Even, you know, how we're all kind of looking at what's possible. I'm always looking at what is out there and what's possible and what could be and how things could grow and move. And I know they're not all for me, but I can see what would work in those energies to help move communities forward. So I've just been looking at a lot of that kind of energy, which is why I've gone into politics at different points in my life. Why I've also shifted out of politics at different points in my life. I'm out of politics right now to more move into what is the, you know, the universe need. I understand how political world works. Yeah, that doesn't. But I understand how human beings work, and that's more the energy I'm shifting into. So I came from a bit of a political energy, moved into this truth and understanding with the knowledge of what that is. So I'm very grateful for the years I sat at those tables. I'm also super grateful that I no longer sit there, but that I understand them in a deeper way to be able to move forward with how I need to be, how I can support others with the understanding of how these crazy systems work. So this is a really powerful day to kind of look at some of that energy. It's also a great day for writing and speaking. It's Mercury, right? So this is about creating content, brainstorming, sharing ideas, having a moment with other people and really getting into those deep truths about yourself. It's about sharing authentically, sharing vulnerabilities, sharing, being open, being honest, being compassionate, being empathetic, but being honest. And that's the biggest. Well, if you can't be honest, don't go out and be in that space, because we're no longer sheltering ourselves. We want to be in that space of sharing. We want to tell our truth. We want to say how we are feeling, how we're moving, how we're doing. But we don't want to be in that superficial way. We're not looking for cheap, coffee talk. We're looking for deeper stuff. That is the part that I have really noticed, is we are wanting bigger conversations. We are wanting truer conversations, and not political conversations. We really want to know, where are you? What is good for you? What do you need? How can I support you? What are your dreams, ambitions, ideas? Those are the things that are being supported as we move forward. So get out of the old way of thinking and move into this new way of being. This is so supported going forward, especially in the year 2027 and going ahead. So really, let's lean into that amazing energy of creating something anew, which is also something from old. There's this really neat energetic. So today with the tensions, right, like I spoke in the beginning, that kind of push-pull energy, the this way or that way, the biggest part is to speak thoroughly and thoughtfully, create intentionally, and don't let emotional spikes hijack your message, your moment, your space. Don't let the emotions of others get you off track, and don't let your own emotions overwhelm you so much that you can't move forward. If you are feeling overwhelmed, what I would say today is take a piece of paper and write down all of the thoughts that are going on in your head that you can't articulate, or that you can't quite clear, or you can't, whatever that is. Write them down, take a walk, come back and highlight what's going on. Highlight, not read. We just want to skim the page and highlight those little things that pop out, and then take a look at just the things that are highlighted. It'll help you get some clarity in your mind so that you can move forward with stuff that you can actually see that is tangible. Because always we have so much mind clutter going on. This will help you to kind of zero in on that energy of what is happening for you right now. With the energy today is the woodpecker. And if you saw my video, there was a great big woodpecker here yesterday. So that energy came in. The woodpecker is, there's a few different things. It can be about opportunities arising. So if they come and they're knocking, if they're just kind of, the one yesterday, he was just kind of playing around. He came in with the female and they looked around and were deciding whether or not there was something here that was worth giving opportunity to. So there's also that it brings in persistence, Rhythm. Are you in a good rhythm? I know that I was not in a good rhythm yesterday, and that little bit of joy pulled me out of that crappy spot I was sitting in, got me back into my mind, because the woodpecker is all about the mind and thinking and being, and got me back into that so that I could focus into my divine and start putting stuff out there from my mind and my truth. So that's the energy that's still supported today. So focus on your divine timing. Focus on what that is. And the woodpecker, it doesn't rush. It goes from moment to moment, finding the right thing, and then it sits there. And that's the space. And then it chases and it taps steadily, intentionally, until it breaks through. That's the point. The woodpecker is here to remind us to keep moving forward. Good morning, Shauna. The woodpecker is here to remind us to not rush, to keep tapping away at whatever it is you're creating, building, moving through. Just slow a little. Consistent. Consistency will keep you moving forward. So be consistent in who you are. It's the message really is stay with what matters, even if it takes time. And I really needed that reminder yesterday, because I want things to be 6,000 steps ahead of where they are. And I get caught up in, why aren't you there? And then that anger and frustration and all of that. And that lovely bird yesterday came in to go, hey, stop that. Remember, steady presence over time will get you all of those things done. So slow, steady presence in what you're doing. Divine timing is where it will all unfold. You cannot make anything happen faster than it's supposed to. And I so try to push that envelope all the time to get it to go where I want it to go faster than it needed to go. And then if it does get pushed faster than it's supposed to, I usually end up having to take 3 steps back to do something that I missed. So I do know that persistence of paying attention to catching each spot, to dotting the I's and crossing the T's and taking one thing at a time to make sure that it flourishes and beautiful and wonderful and all of those things. So that's really the message of the woodpecker, is one slow, steady step at a time. It's the symbolizing of awakening. Something in you is trying to get your attention. If you see a woodpecker in your space, that is about opportunities. Good morning, sweetheart. It's about opportunities. It's about a knock from life. It's about the awakening to your attention. Where have you been kind of asleep? I kind of felt like last month I was a little asleep. I was super overtired. I had so many things come forward for me last month, and I didn't realize how off my path I had gotten in my own space, and how tired I had gotten by not looking after my needs and worrying about everybody else's and holding space for everybody. And I forgot to remember to hold space for myself. So those things, that woodpecker came in yesterday to go, whoa, what are you doing? Pay attention to your own paper. Right here, right now. That and then that allowed me to pull back yesterday, see things from a bigger perspective, a little bit more opportunity of where I'm moving and going. I was able to shake off the shit that didn't belong to me, because just because I am holding space doesn't mean I need to carry this space. And sometimes I get a little caught up in that. So yesterday I really felt all of that kind of swirling around. Whereas today it's like, all right, I'm better today. I woke up more in a better space. I've got a little more sleep. I'm doing a little better. Sleep is super important, people. We need to remember that the woodpecker comes in with solutions. It comes in with some that are even hidden that we don't see right at the moment. But it's about those opportunities, and a lot of those opportunities is about paying attention to where you are right now. So where are you today? Where are you right now? What opportunities are present before you? Because that's the knock. What is the woodpecker knocking on for you today? What opportunities are flowing in for you? Maybe your woodpecker is just kind of walking around the yard right now going, I don't know. I don't know if you're ready. I don't know if you really know what you want. Because that's kind of how I felt yesterday, to go, oh, I need to focus. I need to put my mind back on where I am. I need to do the things I need to do. Thanks for the reminder of looking at my opportunities and what I need for me. So what opportunities do you need to look at for yourself today? So if something keeps coming up today, that's the knock. If something keeps bubbling up over the last few days, that's the thing to look at. Whatever it is for you. For me, it was releasing the rage. I've had a rage inside of me. I know most women are raging inside of themselves for one reason or another. Pretty much look around the world, right? So there's a rage that has been really fired in a lot of us. There's a rage that is overwhelmed by the crazy that is going on. There's a rage with, how money is looked at and how life is looked at and so much going on. So really that was the thing I needed. I had to get into my rage to understand my rage, to remind me why I am not wanting to live in rage and why I am offering you to release your rage in a beautiful workshop. So, those kind of things. So that all came around yesterday in my opportunity knocking with my woodpecker. That's what kept bubbling up for me. So what's bubbling up for you? There is a shadow to watch, though, with this energy. It's forcing outcomes, frustration when things don't move quickly, and ignoring those subtle signals because they're not loud enough. I get that. I'm like, why can't you just tell me what you want? Why can't you just be clear? Instead, I have to always be paying attention to the little signs and little something going, I think one of my ladies isn't good, but she doesn't say she's not good. I just have to pay attention to this, that kind of stuff, because we have to really start paying more attention to the energies around us. We have to be living in that intuitive part of our own being to catch the little subtle signs, not the big, hey, persistent knocking, because that's not usually how anything shows up, right? Let's be honest. It's usually a subtle sign that you go, oh, did I catch that? Did you? Right? Those are the things. We still have that undercurrent of the Wildcat, which is all about our pathway, about our independence, about our instincts, of observation, the energetic boundaries that we have, right? Do you have good boundaries on right now, or are your walls willy-nilly? What does that look like for you? So today especially, you don't need to engage in every conflict, and you don't need to prove every point. Today is really a day about observing, choosing, and moving with intention. That is the energy of that woodpecker. That is the energy of that knowledge that is coming in, the wisdom that you are now walking with. There is an energetic theme today, though: tension, awareness, and deeper understanding. So if you're feeling that tension energy in you, just become aware of it. Look deeper into the understanding of it. This can be an emotional contrast, relational friction, hidden insights. These are all there today supporting. So it's a big day. It's a lot. And we are direct in Mercury, but I am going to say that we're probably already coming into the shadow of it, because it's going to go retrograde again. I'm sorry, in about a week. So we're already starting to feel those tensions. And I'm going to say that last month actually felt like Mercury was a bit in retrograde. Computers were off, phone conversations went wonky. Conversations, even with people, were getting a little bit mixed up, but with what they heard to what is actually said were not the same. That's been kind of that pushy pull kind of insight. So really the energy right now is we're needing to balance the need for connection and independence. Balancing those two. Where have you been so by yourself that you've forgotten how to be in presence, or have you been so in presence with other people that you've forgotten what your independence actually looks like? Look at both those energies today to come into balance in you. We want to redirect the tension into something productive. So when you feel tense, frustrated, angry, I don't care what you do. Get up and do the dishes, empty a drawer, clean it out, empty the garbage cans, wash a floor, do something with that energy, because that will change that frustration into something that's productive and positive. Don't exaggerate your problems. Stay grounded. You can share your problems. You don't need to make them sound worse or deeper than they are. We already know every wound right now is horribly deep for each person, but I have noticed that there's a bit of, when people start sharing, then all of a sudden it's into victim mode and they're spiraling down into the deep despair to go, whoa, you were just saying that you were having a rough moment and you made it into a rough week. Stop that. Don't spiral. Use Mercury energy to create and communicate today. We want to pay attention to the repeated signs and themes that keep showing up, and to share them when we are overwhelmed by them. Choose your responses carefully today. We want to be careful about how we speak to others, because everybody right now is a little bit sensitive, a little bit extra. So be careful on how you are speaking to others. Good morning, Joyce. So just be careful on that, choosing your responses carefully. Remember, if somebody triggers you, how you respond is all about you. That's not about them. If they triggered you, that's something inside of you that got frustrated, angry, triggered, bothered, whatever it is, and you lash out. That's no longer about them. That's about you. So remember that when you get triggered, that's the thing you need to look at. That's the thing you need to be responsible for. And that's the thing that you need to take a step back from and be in your own space. So choose your responses carefully. Choose how you get triggered. Choose how you show up. Choose how you are you. because you're responsible for you. Nobody else is. And then trust that deeper clarity that is still unfolding. This year is all about the clarity unfolding. It is not going to happen in a day, a week, or a month. It is going to take all of this year into 2027, this time next year. So think of it as a whole year of coming into clarity, of allowing the year to unfold into its truth, to allow you to take that next step into your being. So today may feel a little uneven, moments of connection followed by tension, clarity followed by doubt. This isn't random. This is planets. This is something is trying to get your attention, not loudly, not dramatically, but steadily, persistently, Woodpecker, like a knock you just can't ignore. If you can't ignore something today, take a look at it. It's the thing that has been bubbling up for you for a while that you've been trying to ignore. Put your eyes on it, pay attention to it, stay present, stay aware. Stay grounded in what matters, because what you notice today may shape what you become. Because of what you notice today may shape what becomes clear tomorrow, if that makes sense. Anyway, be present. The biggest thing to be is stop worrying about the future and don't worry about the past. The past will come up as it needs to, and you can look at it then. The present is being formed as you take each step into what you're wanting. There is no pathway set out before you. The pathway is what you make it. The pathway is what you walk. The pathway is every step you take into your big, bold, abundant dream. That's what you want to do. That's what we're really working on this next full year, is what do you want for you moving forward? What is your truth? What is your authentic 100% dream inside of yourself that you maybe have been living, or maybe a little piece of it, or maybe not at all? It's time to stop putting that on the back burner, put it right front and center, and start focusing on what you truly want for you. Anyway, I hope you have a beautiful day. I will see you again tomorrow for the energy report of the day. Go on my website, check out the new things that I'm offering. I'm going to be putting a bunch of new things on there in the next 2 weeks. I already have a few things there now. So if you're interested in anything I do, the stuff that's on there right now is pretty much for being in presence with me. But the next ones I'm going to put up are about being online with me, so that you don't actually have to come right here. You can get all of the things I teach and do online as well. Anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I will be back on here right away for 30-day reset with me, Cassandra B. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for the 30-day energy, or for the everyday energy report. I'll see you again. Still a little off today, but we're getting better. Every moment we're getting better. I hope you, every moment, are getting better too. I'll see you again tomorrow for the energy report. Have a beautiful day. It's a little cloudy out there, but the snow is gone here, so I'm happy about that. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. I know I've said that many times, but I really, really, really want you to have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day.